I'm gonna give
It's the
I'm gonna give y'all a
final
bust down of what's really going on with this
battle.
Mar-a-Lago raid. All right, boom. So we already know what's going on. I assume. I mean, you know what's going on already with the raid on Trump Mar-a-Lago mansion. So the feds ran in there and they seized all this classified information, which was classified by Trump, and they had to be because he was in the White House, so he's the one who stamped these documents are classified. He the one who said they're classified. So now listen what they did to show you the fraud. All right, the feds interviewed Trump about these documents. So I'm gonna go to the beginning of the story. So they got a lot of whistleblowers is all hanging around Trump, and we already know that. So what they did was when he left, they knew exactly what he took. So somebody went running and saying, oh, Trump took this, Trump took this. So the archive people was trying to get those documents back from Trump. So they sent in the d.o.j, the feds. So they came through and they interviewed him like, hey, you took these documents. They knew he took those documents. And they was expecting him to say, oh, we don't got those documents, or oh, we didn't take them, or what are you talking about? And then they could get the search warrant to come in. But he cooperated and he said, hey, it's in this room. So what the d.o.j did, they set Trump up. And kind of way Trump knew they was going to set him up, or he didn't know, but this is what happened. So now they tells Trump to put a lock on the room or the boxes that contain these documents, which they review and they know exactly what they are. So they know what these documents are already because they came in his house and they looked at them. So now, here how it goes. So they said, all right, now we know he got this information in there. So they sat there and they figured out ways to angle this, and they said, damn, all of this shit is weak. So we're gonna have to put espionage in there because the documents that we know what they is, if they get in the wrong hands, it's espionage. So they're charging him with documents that he had. So at the same time, they're using this to fish. So that means that all kinds of pardons and things that he did, he took all those personal records because he knew they was gonna shift through them and scrutinized them. So he kept those personal records because they was basically declassified information. It wasn't important to the government, it was important to him. So we kept those documents. So now what they're gonna do is they're gonna leak all his personal documents slowly, and at the same time, here's the banger. They went in there, told him to put a lock on the door only so nobody can go in there and steal nothing, or he can claim nobody can go in there and steal nothing, so they can come back and raid the place because they know the documents is there. So they raided him based on documents they knew was there. So they didn't plant no evidence. They knew it was there already. So they're gonna go get a search warrant for documents that they know is there. The search warrant is based off documents they seen when they went in there. So why didn't they just come and say, why didn't they, when they leave, they take the documents with them? Why didn't they say, hey, we're gonna come get a subpoena for the documents and say, let us have these specific documents because we know they did. So you mean to tell me the FBI do a raid on a former president for documents that they knew he had, that they came there and inspected? Now, anything that they find that's not related to that matter does not even matter. But that's what they was really after, that grab. So now all this information is gonna leak, and they're gonna see which one of their investigations that they can link any information that they found to, which is crack. And they sitting there, they trying to figure their way out. So espionage, they saying that the material could have been used by another country. But you gotta have proof that he was trying to give this information to another country. And then this information was already marked in memorabilia, meaning that it was not, it was for the presidential library when he put it together. And some of it was probably his personal documents, but the classified information, they knew it was there. So they went and got a search warrant for something they reviewed, and they said, hey, put a lock on it so they can, so now they and then they took the surveillance tapes of it, you know what I mean? Because they just wanted to make sure that nobody didn't go in there and take nothing out. And nobody didn't, because they watched them in surveillance tape. And they would have came back and said, hey, before we came, somebody went in there and they took documents out. So this whole Mar-a-Lago thing is just January 6th distraction, COVID distraction. If you know what I mean. I almost got my. So finally, I'm going to just end it like this. They knew what he had, so why not ask him for it? Y'all went there and y'all viewed it, and y'all didn't take it. And then y'all came back with a search warrant to get additional documents. Ultimately, this is more crap. This is the crap that's going to distract you from the student loan forgiveness plan. So, what was key about this is that they looked at the surveillance to see if anybody went in there and took anything out. And if they didn't have nothing on that, that means that he wasn't hiding nothing, and they had full access to this. And they told him to put a lock on there. So once they told him to put the lock on there, and they still got a surveillance camera on there, that means these documents were secure based on their own investigation. They lost again.